All right, so now we're going to talk about this thing called the Euler line. So it says in the 18th century, the Swiss mathematician Leonard Euler noticed that three of the many centers of a triangle are always collinear. That is, they always lie on a straight line. The line has been named after him, the Euler line. His name is pronounced Euler, by the way, right? Not Euler. The three centers that have this surprising property are the triangles centroid, circumcenter, and orthocenter. Centroid, I'll do them all at once. Centroid, circumcenter, and orthocenter. So remember what these have to do with, right? So the centroid are the medians. The circumcenter are the perpendicular bisectors. And the orthocenter are the altitudes. So poor angle bisectors, they're all left out. But you know why? I don't mind, because remember, we had to construct the angle bisectors. These ones can be done very quickly in Desmos graphing calculator, and that's what you're going to have to do for your homework, okay? This is a link to the website where I got this paragraph from, so I'm not trying to plagiarize or take credit for that statement. It's from them. All right, so let's take a look at making an Euler line in Desmos geometry. Okay, so let's start with some generic triangle. Call it ABC. All right, let's start with the, and let's not make it. Let's start with the centroid first. So the centroid is the medians, right? So I need two midpoints, here and here. And now the median goes from the vertex to the opposite midpoint. So C to this, A to there. There is the centroid. So we'll put a point there, and we'll call that the centroid. And then I'm going to erase some things, right? So I'm going to erase this line. I'm going to hide. I should say hide, 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 and hide. Okay. All right. Now we need the circumcenter, which is the perpendicular bisector. So maybe I should have brought that back. So I'm going to, again, need midpoints of two sides. Let's do these two sides. Okay, just brought them back. And then I need perpendiculars. So perpendicular to this side through that point, to this side through that point. There we go. And that point right there is going to be called the circumcenter. Okay, nice. Again, I'm going to go ahead and hide these things. Let's hide that line, hide that line, hide the midpoints, hide the midpoints. And now we need the orthocenter, and the orthocenter are the perpendiculars. So just more tools perpendicular. Let's do the perpendicular to BC through A, and the perpendicular to AC through B. And there we go. Put a point where they meet. That is going to be the orthocenter. We'll go ahead and hide the perpendiculars that made the orthocenter. And look at that. Watch what happens when I draw this straight line through. Boom. Goes through all 3 points. Let's make that orange. Let's put a point up here so I can label that. Hold on. Undo that point. Let's put it down here. So I can label that point as the Euler line. Cool. All right. And now let's watch it move. Right. Now again, hopefully my points all stay. So we have an acute triangle. Now watch what happens when you become equilateral. Look at that. When you become equilateral, if you can be exactly equilateral, all 3 points are exactly the same. Okay, so it's hard for me to do that. But if I could do that, which I'm trying, but I'm failing, they'd all be the same point. Okay, as close as I can, but I can't. Okay, and then as you become a right triangle, notice that orthocenter goes back to this. Why is my Euler line? Get closer. I don't know why it's leaving. I don't want it to be that far. Good. And then as you become obtuse, again, just stretched out. But notice these 3 points are always collinear. So that's going to be your goal on the homework. I'm going to have a couple triangles drawn in Edulastic. Your goal is to copy them as best you can on to Desmos Geometry and find the Euler line for them. I will also do one angle bisector for the in-center. So again, just watch that video again if you forgot. All right. Good luck on the homework.